My name is Ify Onyido and I'm a fashion stylist and fashion designer in Nigeria. On this segment of Lens, we'll be reviewing fashion magazines in Nigeria, who their target market is, and how long they've been in existence. All this and more will be framed on Lens. Joining us for this discussion are fashion designer Pelumi and photographer Emmanuel Oyeleke. Welcome, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Basically, we're reviewing fashion magazines in Nigeria, so we want to know your points on the target market, what you think should be in the magazines, and how long they've been here. So I think my first question will go to Emmanuel, being the photographer. What do you think about photography in fashion magazines in Nigeria? Do you think it's up to standard? Do you think it needs improvement? Just give us like an overview of what you think about it.
I think we've come a long way. First of all, a brief history of, to my own knowledge, a brief history of what we know as fashion photography in Nigeria. I think the first editorial was in 2006 or 2002, I don't know, and it was shot by the Haze photographer Kelechi Amadi. And this was a commission work for True Love magazine. True Love magazine came from South Africa, and then they established a arm of the business in Nigeria, and that was the first time, according to my own knowledge, that the first fashion editorial was shot in Nigeria. And then if you look at the proliferation of photography in Nigeria from the year 2008 or 2009 till now, we've seen a lot of improvement, and we've seen a lot of young guys come up and start the business, taking it by the horn. And as a culminating effect, it's improved the standard of photography, and especially fashion photography, as we see it in magazines in Nigeria. We're not yet there, we're not quite there, but I think we're doing pretty well.
Okay. I do understand we have lifestyle magazines that try to portray fashion magazines.
Or imitate fashion.
Imitate fashion magazines, yes. And then we have fashion magazines who are meant to have the high-end editorial.
High-end fashion.
So the look, the edit. So what stands out? What do you think should stand out to be able to, like, in photography, to differentiate a fashion magazine from a lifestyle magazine?
As the industry gets more organized and it starts paying for bills, people will start specializing fully on different areas. So we have lifestyle separately, then we have fashion separately.
Photography is a form of art, and art is very subjective. Art is about communication. So whatever you have in mind to communicate to the people, you should put everything in place to make sure your message isn't misinterpreted.
Most people will come and do very expensive things that should sell for about $20,000, and they sell it for like 20,000 naira, and they will do some kind of photo shoots that do not connect with such things. Now you see a glamorous clothing item with a model smiling. No, a model wearing something glamorous shouldn't be smiling. It should be something bold-faced and fierce, because it's expensive. You don't see rich people smiling all around. Now compare what you have in a Prada photo shoot to what you have in H&M or Zara. Zara and H&M follow that mass market. So they want to portray to the audience and the customers that, okay, we are very cheap, you can afford us.
You know what the hair is supposed to be doing, you know what the styling is to be doing. If it's high-end fashion, you know that you're doing high-end makeup. If it's high-end fashion, you know that you're doing high-end, the hairstyles have to be crazy. The selection, the casting process of the models has to be stringent selection.
So if it's like she's a single lady, you need to sell that. If it's like a man who is married, you need to sell that.
Rich and classy.
Rich and classy. If he's like a boss kind of man, you need to sell all that. But I think that we kind of miss the point, because we see, like you said, we see like a Prada or like a Fendi doing like an ad, and we're like, oh, I want to do that. But you now realize, but that's not your market. That's not the kind of clothes that you make. Why do you want to make a glamorous when you're wearing like a tutu skirt and like it doesn't make sense. I realized that a lot of fashion magazines in Nigeria put lookbooks in magazines, and I feel it shouldn't be, because that's what the editorials are there for. You're meant to just pick out the pieces from each designer you want. So if it's a case of you want to focus on a designer, then you dress the model head to toe in one designer. Or if you want to focus on a group of designers, then you dress the model in the group of designers. But when you now start seeing a couple of fashion magazines putting in look 1, look 2, look 3, look 4 to 20 of one designer, it's like advertisement, and it's now it kind of like throws off the vibe of like
the vibe. Yeah, you
of a
get
fashion
bored
magazine, yeah.
at a certain point. I think basically that's that boils down to content.
I have worked with a couple of fashion magazines, and they are pretty, like, I would say they're the top fashion magazines we have. So I can understand when you come, your perspective of like the funds and how it takes, because trying to get the right content, the right
Takes time.
it takes time. So that's why they churn out magazines once in maybe like 2-3 months, but their standard is still the best, as I've seen. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing conversation. I wish we could go on and on, but we have limited time.
Hold on.
Pleasure being here.
I think they will cut us off. We can't continue. That's all we have for today. I hope you had an amazing show. We'll see you next time on Lens.